Hey there, how's it going, OFP Nation? It is Wednesday, April 23rd, 2025, and we are here with our midweek analysis. Nick, are you with me?
Yes, I sure am.
Beautiful. We're going to go ahead, we're going to dive in and take a look at these charts and see how things have been looking so far this week. If you're tuning in live, be sure to leave us some love in the comments. Let us know who you are, what's your name, and where you're tuning in from so we could say hello. But other than that, once we get to the end of the analysis, if you have any questions or if there are any other pairs that you want us to look at, just let us know in the comments and we'll take a look. Other than that, Nick, it is all you.
Thank you. So let's delve right into it. So we have the dollar index first and foremost. Great thing is we just had one big bar right now for the week that is already showing great rejection of the weekly um, the weekly support level, which was a critical level, by the way, because this is like by the 100th level. So if we go down to the 4 hour, yes, to the 4 hour, we gap to the bottom, gap to the top side, filled the gap, and now we seem to be going to the upside. This, I don't know if they call it the cup and handle formation, something like that, where the market is destined to like go up now. So we are literally trying to go right above the 100 level. Most likely by the end of the week, we might see ourselves above this resistance level, which should be hundreds to 200 level or so. That's where we could be seeing ourselves by the end of the week. So this means dollar play is now in motion. So that moves us now to euro dollar. So with euro dollar, we have broken to the downside once more. So we can just put the trend line here. So we had the break here. We indeed touched the top. We talked about the high being formed, and then now we are breaking the trend line. Support is also broken. We wixed it and we left a pin bar here, which seems to already be getting filled at this point in time. And most likely, since we have news tomorrow, unemployment, it seems the numbers may be good. So we might actually even come down to 12,500 level. Then a final destination here could be around these levels of the 900. Oh, it's not 900. 1.09300. This can be like our final level since there's literally nothing here. Or we can do a 50% where this resistance becomes support. That is also possible, but I'm still looking to see this come all the way down here, which is the exact same resistance that we saw on the dollar index. And then on euro dollar, this is literally the support. So, like I said, they follow each other probably like 90% of the time. But yeah, that's literally what's currently going on in the markets. So we might see ourselves here by the end of the week. We are on Thursday, we are on Wednesday, and we have Thursday and Friday. So that is the overall outlook. Then let's look at dollar Mexican. So dollar Mexican, I cannot say much about it. Has been pushing to the downside real strongly, but due to some dollar strength, we might actually be seeing this push all the way up. Right now, the trend line has been broken, and we're looking to break the resistance right here. Once this resistance is broken, then we can see ourselves probably come to this 2010 or 2020 level right up above here. This is where we could come up to even by the end of this month, most probably if the dollar is strong enough. Yeah, so that's where we might be. Overall, Mexican peso is a really strong pair, as we can see right here. We've been consolidating. I think since October, we consolidated a little bit. We gapped the upside, but we still came all the way down. We've been consolidating, and then we seem to be pushing all the way down now. But even last year, we had a very strong push to the downside, and it started weakening for a bit, but we are seeing more strength from the dollar Mexican in these coming weeks. That's the good part about the dollar Mexican. It seems to be strong at the moment, and we might see further strength in the coming weeks and days. And now let's look at dollar yen. So dollar yen broke the trend line over here, and then we also have this long ended trend line, but overall everything just seems to be changing direction at this point in time. We broke the trend line over here, resistance was touched, we wixed it, just the same scenario with euro dollar, and we have literally filled this pin bar, same scenario as euro dollar, and we seem to be going all the way up. We might actually be seeing ourselves coming here to 148 in the near future. But yeah, those are certain levels we might come to, so we can just watch that for now. Stop losses obviously come all the way down here. This is actually an ideal level to be buying at because this is like pre to 2018 levels, something like that. If we go all the way back in time, this is a level that has been touched a couple of times. So the first time it was touched in 2024 last year and also 2023. Oh, okay. And then it was also touched here somewhere in mid 2023, also here in 2022 again. But yeah, if we go back, oh yes, these are like 2000 levels. So this is like 1998. So the in between 140 and 120, because I literally started trading in the years of 2018, 2019. So I remember yen was around 118, 120. It was bouncing around those levels, even 100 yen for a dollar. So yeah, literally 140 to all the way 100. These seem like very sweet spot areas that the yen usually can come down to. And we have been at this level 3 times. I don't know. It might actually break the downside at one point and then just go all the way down. But these are really great levels to actually buy at, I would say, right now. Everything is aligned. The stock market is going up. That's great. Nasdaq is going up. So what else can we ask for? Right, now let's also go to CAD Swiss. I believe CAD Swiss is also reversing. Yes, we broke right through this consolidation, which is great. The trend line was broken, resistance was broken. We're going all the way up. We might see ourselves here even probably next week by 0.60, 800. That's where we might see ourselves by the end of the week. Well, end of next week probably. So that is my anticipation. And then let's look at pound yen. So pound yen, as we already talked about here, this was already broken, the trend line. This was sort of like resistance, but this was the main resistance. We're already touching it. We're already breaking right through it, which is great. And from there, we could be seeing ourselves probably making a new high right above here at 196, which is already marked. Yeah, and overall, from here, we'll see what happened next. But I am seeing that probably May we could continue all the way up here. But anything is possible. This can even go all the way up by the end of the month. These are possible scenarios on pound yen. And let's also look at pound dollar. Pound dollar is now also reversing. It failed to touch the 1.34 area, which was like a resistance level all the way up here. But I would say we have literally touched it somehow, even though we did not really wix it. But yeah, the trend line is broken. If we just draw a trend line right here, the trend line is broken. Resistance, oh sorry, support was literally wixed. And this pin bar, like everywhere you just see this pin bar, then just know that it's most possibly gonna be filled as well. And then we had this long push to the upside. So maybe midway, we might find ourselves midway here before actually seeing a bounce. We might have some retraction here. So we might push all the way down below this support, then we probably touch 1.30, bounce from there, then go all the way up, or it might just push all the way down and even come back to 1.27. Those are possible scenarios. And then let's finally look at gold. So gold has been pushing to the downside now. If we draw a trend line, I believe the trend line can be drawn like from here to here. This trend line has been broken, but the question is this gonna hold? That's the question, because we broke right through here. We actually gapped right through this trend line. I believe everybody saw this. There was a gap right here, and then we filled the gap, and then we continued all the way down. Support has been broken. So what does that mean? We might actually come down here. That's a possibility. We might come all the way down here to 3200, then possibly bounce from there and then continue to the upside. Or we could just break all the way down and then probably even come to this support level at 2950. Those are two possible scenarios. Now let's actually look at our good friends in the stock market right here with NAS 100. NAS 100 is still in this consolidation box, but it's still moving to the upside. So this is still good buying opportunity. Like I said, we broke the trend line and then resistance was broken, but this is not really the ideal spots that we look for. We usually look for like this resistance right here is what we're looking to break ideally. We're yet to see, but once we're out of this box, then possibly buys going to the upside would be ideal, then aiming for to make a new high as usual with the NAS 100. Then let's look at US 30. US 30, we're still also in the same box, same scenario, so we won't talk much on that. Then let's look at Bitcoin. I believe I talked about this last week as well. So I said that we are literally at this point. This is like what the fourth touch. This was 1, 2, 3. This is like the fourth touch, and then we broke right through. And guess where we are stalling? We are stalling at this resistance right here. So sales to the downside look really ideal at this point with a higher high stop loss. That is what I'm anticipating right here. That may happen. Already, we even wixed it to the downside. We touched 92,000, so we might actually have some downward movement, possibly coming all the way down here. I'm still looking at Bitcoin to be bearish for the rest of the time, so we're yet to see what happens there. Then let's also look at Ethereum. Ethereum broke out of this consolidation, but is this really a break? Is this where we're gonna call it quits and then go bullish? Well, we're yet to see. I'm not fully convinced that this could be a true break to the upside. This could just be a fake out, and then we might see price come all the way down and then come below 1524 and then probably making new lows. So that is all for analysis this evening. Yes, we have checked gold, James Wachira. Yeah. Rhea, you can come out from hiding. I don't know if this is how they say hello in is it Swahili or Kenyan? Hosanna? Yeah, something like that.
Uh, um, thank you for that analysis, Nick. It is greatly appreciated. Are there any other pairs that you want us to take a look at? Please let us know in the comments and we can take a look at those. In the meantime, while we're waiting.
Rhea, don't kill me.
I'm sorry. Oh Lord.
Okay.
Fix it. While we're waiting. James heard. He heard. You are so yeah. Anyway, while we're waiting, I wanted to tell you guys about our Spring Tryst promotion that is currently live. Our top 3 selling instantly funded accounts are up, and there is a sale going on. So
I
if
know
you
putting
head
up a
over
banner.
huh?
I know putting the banner at the bottom.
You know, it's it's kind of complicated and it would be a really long banner. So that's why I didn't do it.
Okay.
But there's 3 different accounts you can get a discount on. That's the 25K, the 50K, and the 100K. So the 25K is 15% off, the 50K is 18% off, and the 100K is 20% off. So there's a different code for each one, but I'll go ahead and put the codes in the comments, and that way you guys you can check out each of them. It would be for, well, I'll put the links. But the 25K will be $89, the 50K will be $172, and the 100K is $320. So I'll go ahead and put those links in the comments for you guys so that you can go directly to it. And that's it for me. And it doesn't look like anybody had any questions. Any questions from the peanut gallery? I'm going to go ahead and grab those. Well, I was trying to grab the links, but you know, it's taking longer than what it should for me to do that. So I'll give you guys a discount code. Huh?
I'm saying, so we call it a day.
We can. I'm trying to be helpful. I'm trying to help everybody out, but you know, I'm having a hard time.
Life
so
is happening.
Things are 25K. All right. So it's spring 25K. And then for 50K, it is spring 50K. And then for 100K, the code is spring 100K. So you guys just go ahead and knock yourselves out, but not literally. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming to hang out with us today. We will be back Sunday with our weekly analysis for next week. And of course, yeah, so stay tuned. But until then, happy trading, and we'll see everybody on Sunday.